Welcome back to a brand new Sorare video, and in today's video I will go through some of my new signings, which will be specifically for the Euro and also Copa America, and also some signings that I've thought about for the long-term future of Sorare. And I will also, further on in the video, go through how Sorare Rivals and my Sorare Pro Euro teams have been performing. And not just that, also look ahead to the second match day, build some Sorare Rivals lineups, and also look at my lineups for the second game week of the Euros and the first game week of Copa America. So let's go through everything. But I thought of starting off actually going through my signings. And as you can see on the screen right here, we have made a lot of new signings recently. And I think we could scroll a little bit down and start off with Ivan Martin. Because he's the first player I bought after I actually made a video about different players I bought. And the main reason for me buying Ivan Martin is because Alex Garcia, I think his name is, has left Girona, and therefore I think it will be a space left for Ivan Martin, and the chance of him taking more set pieces will be very, very big in my opinion. And yeah, let's move on to Ondrej Duda. He was specifically bought for the Euros. He's the starter for Slovakia and also gets some good scores for Hellas Verona, so he can also be a backup next season. Pablo Fornals is another player that I think will be really, really good for next season. A midfielder with those peak scores playing for Real Betis. Very happy to bring him in. And also Alexander Nubel, the goalkeeper from Stuttgart. I think he will do very well next season. He has signed a 2-year long contract. I got him for 260 euros. It will be a 2-year long contract at Stuttgart, and then he will be permanent at Bayern München until 2029, I think. I'm not 100% sure of that. And then the next one will be Robin Gosens. I mainly bought him because I think he's a very underrated left back. He is very offensive and can get you those decisives. But one very positive thing now is that he actually is linked to Benfica. So therefore we have seen in recent times that his price have gone up a little bit. So now he's around 50 euros, around there, that price mark, which is very, very nice. And me personally hopes he stays a champion, because I'm going to be focusing a lot on champion next season. And therefore we have bought another champion player in Carlos Vicente. And I just in general think he's a very, very solid player. And as you can see, his scores have been very, very good at the end of last season. Hopefully he could keep it up. I think he also has a long contract, and Deportivo Alaves has surprised a lot of La Liga watchers. So hopefully he could keep it up next season, and I'm very happy with him. And Gabriel Suazo, now we are moving into the Copa America players. And Sosa is a player that I'm really excited about getting. He will probably be my captain this weekend as well, because look at those peak scores. He could ruin my lineup, or he could make the lineup be a podium team, potentially, of course. And those 98 scores, like, it's so good to see from a player that plays in La Liga, which is something you really like. He could also get some utility for me next season. And the next one will be Cesar Montes. He has had the injury for some days now, or some weeks actually, but he has in the last couple of days bring back to the playing field with his teammates, and it looks like he will be the starter for Mexico. That was very bad pronunciation, but we will definitely have use for him in this Copa America, and for only 10 euros you can't go too much wrong with that. Nabil Fekir will be another forward, a backup forward, keep that in mind. Because I will go a big on Real Betis this year. I think they will do very well, and especially attacking wise, so Nabil Fekir will be a good backup. And now we move into the big investments, Viktor Tsigankov. And yeah, I spent a lot on him. I think 115 euros. And I just always like to check, has he gone up, has he gone down in price? And he has been, he's pretty stable. I don't think, because of course I can't take this into consideration, I think he's around the same price. And this player is a typical player I may regret a lot purchasing. But keep in mind, I think or hope he will stay at Girona, because so many players have left. Why would Girona let him go? Because as reported, Girona will decide if they will sell or keep Viktor Tsigankov. The player hasn't that much to say in the saying. At least that is what I've been heard over on Twitter and different newspapers about that has knowledge on Girona. So that gives me a lot of confidence that Viktor Tsygankov will actually stay, and I just pray he stays, because I think at Girona next season, if he leaves, it will look really, really dark for their Champions League possibilities, and also actually staying in La Liga, because they have sold so many important players. But Tsygankov, hopefully he stays. Railo is another player, just looking at his scores, very cheap, mostly a backup player for me for next season. And the last one will be Isco. Wow, I think he's just a fantastic player. I think 70 euros is very fair for him. And look at those peak scores, just incredible. And this is a player I'm very confident that I will not regret purchasing, because he will not be moved. He will try to recover to be ready for the start of next season. He is still injured, keep that in mind. But I think for 70 euros, I think I got him for under 20 euros of last auction, which I'm so excited about. And I think he will be very, very important. But now I also need to keep in mind that I maybe need to sell something in the club to get money into buying new players, because currently I have only 55 euros left on the account, so that isn't the best, but I will of course try to find out a way, try to maneuver some players that may have summer utility but don't have next season utility, so their price is very good now, and then I can sell them and buy players for next season. But yeah, I think one of those signings here, especially in Tsygankov and also in Isco, are more expensive ones, and I think those will determine how good my next season will be, because those purchases, a lot will be on their shoulders next season, especially if I'm going to be competing in La Liga specific competitions. So that will be very exciting, yeah, I don't have too many players more on my radar at the moment. I will try to do a lot of research in the upcoming weeks and try to find more players, because I'm not finished at all. So yeah, but now we can move onto the lineup builder, and there is only 45 minutes until the game kicks off, so I need to do this a little bit fast, because I haven't confirmed any of my lineups yet. But of course on Sorare Data it's so easy, it's so simple. I think we can scroll down and start off here. We have gone for Euro. My first team will be this one, where we have Jan Oblak, Maximilian Mittelstadt, Scott McTominay, Viktor Tsygankov and Wout Faes. Okay, so one problem here is that Jan Oblak has a tough fixture, Scott McTominay has a tough fixture, Tsygankov is 50% to play, Wout Faes is 50% to play. So this lineup is just very, like, everything needs to click for this to work out. But I think go big or go home, I think that will be my saying for this game week in specific. And I don't think there is too much point on having a lineup, like having multiple lineups with one doubt, and instead of having every doubt into one team, if that makes sense. Because of course I could have Wout Faes in another team, but then I could ruin multiple teams instead of just one. In this scenario I only waste one team, but of course it hurts a lot because Maximilian Mittelstadt is playing against Hungary, 52% clean sheet probability, 76% winning probability. So let's say he scores a 100 and Tsygankov and Wout Faes DNPs, it could hurt really, really much. But the most, like the worst case scenario is if Wout Faes gets benched, because he will most likely not come on, because it's much more likely that Viktor Tsygankov will come on, because he's an offensive player compared to Wout Faes. There is very, very unlikely that Wout Faes will come on in a game against Romania, when they have a very tough fixture next game week, I think, where they will most likely rest him. And many says he wasn't that good against Slovakia, I think it was. So that will be my first team, and the second team will be this full Danish team with Mert Gunok against Portugal. I don't have too high expectations of this, but you never know, they may do something. And cap 240 rare, or cap 240 rare, yeah. We have Kim Kyung-min, Lenormand, André Duda, Peter Musa with a double fixture. Therefore we have gone for the middle target, which I think will be very risky. I have no expectations of those guys actually hitting it, and also Remo Freuler. Hopefully he can do well. And cap 220, just a throwaway lineup, but it may do something if Chris Führich can come on, for example, for Musiala or Wirtz. TN captain Asani is actually playing now, which is a little bit exciting. And if we look to my gallery, and if you go over to we could go over to rivals now and just go through how it's actually going now. I've made a collection to glory video, so if you want a general overview about my rivals journey, just watch that. I will just show you now. Currently I'm third and with 2 reputation points, and you know what, I can build the lineup for Croatia versus Albania live now, and I may also build Germany versus Hungary or Scotland versus Switzerland. I can just go through my thought process very fast when building them. And yeah, now let's go to Croatia versus Albania. Let's take Livakovic, and in defense Juranovic is a very interesting one, but I don't see him having those very high peak scores, so I think we will go for Sutalu. I thought he was really good. And in midfield, I think Modric actually were a little bit disappointing. I think we'll go for Lovro Mayer. And in attack, we know Petkovic is on penalties, but therefore I want to just check this out. Okay, it's not working. I think actually I want to go for Guardiol here, and then maybe, okay, Mane. Okay, this is a tough one because we will try to check here how much can we afford. Okay, so let's say we take Juranovic, then we have not enough for Kramaric. Okay, so it's very hard to actually make this team as best as possible. If we go Sutalu here, this could potentially just be the team, and it doesn't look that great, but it doesn't look that bad either. But do we think if there will be multiple goals? I think Strakosha may be the goalkeeper to go for. But it's risky. I think I will just go for this. Sutalu were very good. I think I will go for him again instead of Guardiol, to be honest. And I don't have any real captain options though. Yeah, I think I will do this, take Sutalu and hope for a 1-0 win, tiki-taka. I have no idea why tiki-taka is so low here. Okay, so this is a little bit disturbing, but I think we'll just go for this, tiki-taka. Please leave the comments, do you think this is a good team or bad team? I don't have too much confidence here. But I may go through this once again, because I think it's very hard to build a good lineup here with Croatia versus Albania, but there will be a lot of combinations here for sure. So this is a very interesting one. I think Sutalu will do very well though. Okay, now let's move on to Germany versus Hungary. And here I think we haven't of course got the lineup yet, but Manuel Neuer will be my goalkeeper. I don't think I will go for Maximilian Mittelstadt because Kroos is almost taking every single set piece. Riedger will I go for. I think he will have a bounce back game. I think Joshua Kimmich may be a good player, but Toni Kroos, he is so good. And in attack, yeah, of course we don't have any forwards here. So then I actually think I will go for that forward play once again. Taking this guy right here and trying to get... or you know what, I think I will take Musiala and see if anyone... Let's say Varga starts. What is the best player I could actually be able to get in here? I will most likely not be able to get any player here. Okay, so you know what? What I will actually try to do is to take this guy and then try to find the best possible replacement. Which isn't looking that great because there isn't too many players with that L15. Let's say if we do this and is for example Wirtz with one less. Kai Havertz is a possibility. Yeah, 100%. This could be a really interesting strategy to go for. I think actually I will do this and then substitute off this forward from Hungary. And then I will take tiki-taka, although I don't like tiki-taka that much in this game. But yeah, I think I need to go for it. I don't think it will be that great this game, but I think I will go for it. Let's take tiki-taka and hope for the best. Although I don't think Kai Havertz will be that much involved. But Scotland versus Switzerland, let's do this one as well. I think actually Scotland may bring this home, but I think it will be a close match. I think, but Jan Sommer 41 in L15. I think I need to go for full Switzerland here, to be honest. I don't think I could go too much. Widmer will most likely play, I think. So let's go for him. In defend or in midfield, I think Xhaka is the way to go, and in attack we have that new guy Dua. He is really interesting to go for. And let's say we take Akanji instead here. Can we afford a cheap player besides him? Ryan Christie I think will play. We could take Ryan Christie. I think I will take Ryan Christie, a little bit of a redemption arc for Ryan Christie here, and just to get that AA score up. I may change this team, just keep that in mind. But for now I think I will go for Tiki Taka. I think this looks pretty good actually. So yeah, that will be my teams. And yeah, when it comes to the upcoming game weeks, I already showed you the team. And also when it comes to the Ultimate Champion leaderboard and also the official Euro leaderboard, it will be out on in the games, in the private leaderboard section, so you will see how you're performing there. And also I have uploaded the leaderboard for the 500 euro plus Sorare Rivals tournament, so please leave comments. Are you enjoying the Euros so far? And what do you think about my new signings? Do you think they are good or bad? And yeah, I'll catch you next one. Bye bye and take care. Peace.